Today, we're going to talk about the James Webb Space Telescope, this incredible machine that is completely rewriting our understanding of the universe. But to really get why it's such a big deal, we have to start with a story that begins not with a brilliant discovery, but with a massive, some would say crazy gamble.
So, picture this. It's 1995. The director of the Hubble Telescope project, a guy named Bob Williams, makes this announcement that just sounds bonkers. He says he's going to point the most powerful telescope in the world at a patch of sky that looked completely, totally, utterly empty. His own team was furious. I mean, you can imagine. They thought it was a colossal waste of time on a multi-billion-dollar piece of equipment. If he was wrong and the picture came back black, the reputation would be shot, and you can bet their budget would be next on the chopping block. But Williams, he had this powerful hunch he just couldn't shake. He was convinced that this void wasn't empty at all. He thought it was filled with the oldest light in the universe, actual secrets from the dawn of time. So he bet his own special director's time on it. And the effort was just immense. We're talking a 10-day-long exposure, taking 342 separate pictures, and then spending weeks meticulously stitching them all together. And boy, did that gamble pay off. The image that finally came back wasn't just a picture, it was a revolution. In that one tiny, supposedly empty speck of the cosmos, Hubble found over 3,000 galaxies nobody had ever seen before. It absolutely rocked the world of astronomy. So the Hubble Deep Field was a massive win. It showed us galaxies that were 12 billion years old. But you know how it is. A great answer just leads to an even bigger question. Now we knew we could see that far back. But could we see further? Could we see the very first light, the dawn of the universe itself? Scientists pushed Hubble to its absolute max. I mean, they squeezed every last bit of performance out of it. And in 2004, they managed to see galaxies 13 billion years old. But the process was just painfully slow. To see the very first stars, to really peer into the cosmic cradle, we needed a whole new kind of telescope.
And the key was infrared light. Now this is the crucial part. As the universe expands, the light from the oldest, most distant objects gets literally stretched out during its long journey to us. It gets shifted from visible light into the infrared spectrum. So to see the beginning of time, we had to build an instrument that could see this invisible light.
Just look at the difference here. It's incredible. On the left, you see a nebula in visible light. It just looks like a dark, dusty cloud, right? But now, look at the right. The same exact spot, but viewed in infrared. Suddenly, thousands of hidden stars are revealed, their light just punching right through all that cosmic dust. That is the power we needed to unlock.
And that, right there, brings us to the hero of our story, the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST. This thing is an absolute marvel of engineering, designed from the ground up to be an infrared powerhouse, built to see what has never been seen before.
First things first, if you want to catch that incredibly faint, ancient light, you need a giant mirror, a really, really big one. And the difference between Hubble and Webb is just staggering. Webb's mirror is almost 3 times wider than Hubble's. That gives it a gigantic advantage in gathering light.
And building this time machine, well, it required some seriously special ingredients. Those 18 hexagonal mirrors, they're made of beryllium, a rare metal that won't warp in the insane cold of space. Then, they're coated with a layer of pure gold so thin it's microscopic, because gold is just perfect for reflecting infrared. And get this, the camera lens isn't even made of glass, it's made of salt. Why? Because glass actually absorbs the very infrared light Webb needs to see. Now, to detect those whisper-faint heat signals from the dawn of time, the telescope itself has to be impossibly cold. We're talking colder than any temperature that naturally occurs on Earth. To pull that off, it uses this incredible 5-layer sunshield, each layer thinner than a human hair that's the size of a tennis court. It's a giant, high-tech parasol. So after decades of work involving something like 20,000 people, the telescope launched on Christmas Day 2021. And then, in July 2022, the whole world held its breath as the first images came back. And wow, they were more than just a success, they were a profound victory. So what did Webb look at first? The same patch of sky as Hubble's famous deep field. And what took Hubble months to capture, Webb did in just 12.5 hours. The result? A stunningly sharp image revealing galaxies 13.1 billion years old. I mean, the detail is just on a completely different level. It's not even a fair fight.
Then we got this stunner, Stephan's Quintet. It's a breathtaking view of 5 galaxies, 4 of them tangled up in this cosmic dance. But hiding inside that image, Webb also found a supermassive black hole with the mass of 25 million of our suns. Just try to wrap your head around that for a second.
And next up, the Carina Nebula. This is a stellar nursery, a place where new stars are literally being born. They look like mountains, but astronomers call them the cosmic cliffs. And just for a sense of scale, the tallest peak you see in this picture is 7 light-years high. Mind-boggling.
This image of the Southern Ring Nebula, it's kind of poignant, you know? What we're seeing here are the beautiful final moments of a dying star as it puffs off its outer layers of gas. And it's also a little glimpse into our own future, a preview of what our sun will do in about 5 billion years.
But here's the thing. As absolutely mind-blowing as all these images are, they were just the test run. This was basically Webb just warming up, proving all its systems worked. This was its way of saying hello to the universe. The real mission was just getting started.
Thanks to a picture-perfect launch, the James Webb Space Telescope saved a ton of fuel. That means it has enough to keep exploring the universe for at least 20 years, way longer than anyone had hoped. It is absolutely poised to rewrite our textbooks.
You know, from Bob Williams' bold gamble with Hubble to these breathtaking first images from Webb, it's so clear we've entered a brand new era of astronomy. These pictures, they're just the beginning. The biggest, most profound discoveries are still out there, just waiting to be seen. So the only real question left is, what will we find next?